Well, the royal coronation is just a month away, and while all eyes will be on King Charles, this morning we're turning our attention to the woman who'll be standing by his side.
That's right, from public enemy to Queen of the United Kingdom, this transformation of Camilla has been decades in the making.
On the surface, Prince Charles and Princess Diana had the perfect family.
Before the service, the immediate family were alone in the castle with just time enough for the Prince of Wales to explain the history of their celebrated road.
But as the walls of their relationship came crumbling down, Camilla Parker Bowles, the other woman, emerged. Press at the time running wild with the theory she'd meddled in the royal relationship.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were three of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
She has been a friend for a very long time and will continue to be a friend for a very long time.
In 1997, Princess Diana tragically lost her life in a traffic collision, her death shocking the world. Just 1 year later, Charles and Camilla were captured in public together for the first time.
It was his idea. He decided enough was enough. They're fed up sneaking around, and tonight was the night.
Then in 2005, they made it official, marrying in a civil ceremony.
Well, there you are, a beautiful dress, beautiful outfit.
That's where Camilla's road to redemption began. For years, the Duchess of Cornwall worked tirelessly to win over the world, championing her charities and appearing at public events standing by Charles's side. Her efforts finally earning the respect of the late Queen Elizabeth II, who last year at her Platinum Jubilee, shortly before she died, shared her sincere wish that Camilla be named Queen Consort when Charles takes the throne.
I think it would have been an issue at the beginning of the next reign, and I think it's not only brilliant but extremely generous of the Queen to sort it out in this reign.
This week, official invitations to the coronation were released, with the palace confirming a new title, Queen Camilla, her decades-long transformation culminating in a crown.
And we're pleased to say the royal editor at the Daily Mirror, Russell Myers, joins us live from the UK. Russell, good morning. Thanks for your time. Take us back to the very beginning if you can. It's been quite a roller coaster, as we just learned. Camilla and Charles have known each other for some 50 years. Where did it all start?
Well, a rollercoaster. Good morning to both of you. Well, a rollercoaster is putting it mildly, isn't it? Because first of all, yes, they did start as friends, but I think as we cross our minds back to Princess Diana's famous interview there, she spoke about three people in the marriage, and Camilla was always there in the background. She was considered to be the third person in the marriage, and of course we all know the legacy that left behind and the destruction that it caused with Charles's marriage and the breakdown of it. But you know, it's been a remarkable turnaround. 20 years sort of involvement in the royal family now, 18 years married this weekend, and it's been a PR masterclass really from Camilla. And now we see that she will be crowned queen, and I think a lot of people still can't get their heads around that fact.
No, I mean, some of the more, for want of a better word, salacious aspects of their relationship have been dramatised in the latest series of The Crown on Netflix. You know, it was splashed all over the papers at the time. How scandalous was their relationship in the beginning?
Well, huge. I mean, you look at the headlines at the time. I mean, she was public enemy number one, make no bones about it. She was sort of a person who everybody thought across the public, both at home and abroad, that she was the meddler, she was the homewrecker. And she really had a lot to deal with. I mean, she could have walked away. Of course, she had been married before. And the breakdown of her own relationship to Andrew Parker Bowles was well documented at the time. But I suppose it is a love story, and that has really lasted through everything, through all the scandal, through all the infighting. And here are two people very, very much in love. You talk to anyone who knows both of them very, very well. They are tremendous, tremendous support for each other. And I don't think we would see the king as the man he is, as the Charles that everybody knows now, if it wasn't for Camilla.
Russ, I think you just put it before as a PR masterstroke. How have they been able to transform Camilla's image?
You know what, within that sort of royal circles, I mean, it's not unheard of that people would say that it is a PR masterclass, that exact language, because she's been able to withstand that label as public enemy number one. She's able to move away from it, sort of put her head down, roll her sleeves up, once she knew she was going to be within the royal family. I mean, that is a job for life. There's no sort of shying away from it. And she's been able to align herself with causes that we really wouldn't have seen a member of the royal family look towards, like domestic violence, a big taboo subject, not only within the royal family, but society as a whole. And she's really brought that to the fore. She's spoken about personal involvement of friends of hers who have suffered in that way. And then you look at what she's done for children's literacy, really put that on the map. And when we talk about the Princess of Wales working in that sphere, she's been doing it for, you know, a couple of decades. So using her loves, using what she knows, but doing a bit of with her character involved in it as well.
I mean, with the benefit of hindsight, it's pretty obvious that Charles and Diana weren't meant to be the couple, and that this is the couple that, you know, this is the love story, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a generational divide. I think, you know, we'd spoken during the week and said that is the issue here. When the generation above us, perhaps, you know, my parents' generation, saw that invitation, and I'm sure a lot of their friends and even my parents were saying, well, you know, she's not my queen. That would have never been thought about. I mean, when they got married, she was going to be princess consort. Then we heard about the Queen's sincere wish that she was going to be Queen consort, and for the Queen to have sorted that in her reign was a huge factor and sort of gave Camilla her backing. Now, the Queen's only been sadly passed for 7-8 months, and now we've been given the fact that she will be Queen. It's a remarkable turnaround, even in the last year and a half.
Given you say that the Queen hasn't been gone for that long, how do you think the public is going to react to there being a new The Queen?
Well, of course. I mean, everybody around the world says pretty much most of us have grown up with the Queen. And so it's been a huge era of transition. That is exactly what Charles and Camilla will have to sort of fight against, I suppose. Again, both at home and abroad, there's big Republican movements happening. And I think they are aware of those. They're aware that their legacy won't be as long, of course, as the Queen. They have to get off to a running start. But it is a generational divide. How do they sort of keep the younger generation interested in the monarchy? And by working with the younger members, you talk about the Prince and Princess of Wales, their children as well. It needs to be a real family aspect moving forward. There won't just necessarily be 1 or 2 figureheads with Charles and Camilla. It needs to be a real family working together. And I think we'll see a lot more collaboration moving forward.
Russell Myers, always good to chat with you. Thank you for your time this morning.
My pleasure.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
That never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?